But let's kick this meeting off with tell me something good. What good happened in your businesses in the last 7 days? I'm calling somebody, Clark.
Yeah, so we are welcoming 3 new agents.
Wow.
Donovan Knoll, who's a commercial agent in Florida, although his license is in California.
Okay.
And then actually co-sponsor with James Wong, who's the top commercial guy. And then Brissa Lagarda Rios in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And then Justin Morris here with him.
Justin Moore. Well, hey, those are 3 new people. Right. Round of applause, Clark. You always have somebody, at least one person, wants to tell me something good
Every time.
There you go. Now I see a new face. Would you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, my name's Nika Zamanian. I am new to EXP. I just joined June. I came from new home sales for the last 5 years.
Okay.
So I did the weird transition the other way around. Very exciting. Something positive in my business is I met a client in a open house about 3 months ago, and she's just now pulling off the Band-Aid, get qualified and start shopping.
Let's go. That's tell me something good. Yay. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to share? What do you got?
Yes, I got one in escrow. I got another one. I'm responding to a comment today. I got 2 more buyers.
Come on, let's go. Well done. Anybody else, Joey?
So Eli Glenda just joined us. We're really
What?
excited about that. Yeah.
It's official. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He's leveled up.
Good to be there. Oh, thank
Welcome,
you.
Eli. Welcome.
Mid-level. Yeah.
No, with him, with his presence, we level up.
Absolutely.
Rising tide lifts all ships.
Yes.
Thank you for the compliment, brother.
Yes, sir.
Change
Yes, sir.
organization.
Thank her. Joining tomorrow.
Congratulations. Well done. All right, Nick.
I put in an offer yesterday on a home, and then I got a new client that signed a VRBC. We'll be looking at homes this weekend.
Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, guys. Lots of good stuff. Lots of wins. I love the positive list. Keep it going. Can I do the next? Yeah. Will that work? Oh boy. There we go. Equity Protect. This guy is Jim Adams, dear friend of the Goves, dear friend of a lot of people who are here in the room. Jason? Jay. Got the J part right. He's been speaking on Equity Protect. He spoke on this before. A lot of people really liked it, but then didn't do anything with it. So we just want to make sure he comes back and he talks about this. It's a free tool. It's a reason for you to provide value for your clients. It does not cost you anything. It does not cost them anything unless they want to get the crazy Cadillac version, and then it's something like, I don't know, $25 a year. But it's a great product from a local resource. That's next week. And then we will be having Jen with Good Life Inspections, our in-house inspection company. She's yeah, Jen's awesome. So she'll be speaking on October 9th. Crazy that we're already in October. Oh boy. And then following that, October 16th, that is going to be the 3rd Thursday of the month. So Brent is flying out Matt Plummer. This is his personal money guy. He talks to Matt all the time, and Brent was already making a ton of money. Now he's making even more money thanks to Matt Plummer. So if you want to learn from Brent's, and this guy's not cheap either, by the way, to work with. But if you want to learn stuff that he knows and implement it in your business, whether you're making 50 grand a year or $500,000 a year, he can help you.
So good.
So scan the QR code, bring somebody.
Yeah, we envision and turn over all our stuff to what they're doing, and it's pretty darn amazing.
Yeah.
Your division.
New vision. But I guess that would be my.
I heard division.
The new Vision Division. All right, EXPCon coming up fast, October 20th. That is my mama's birthday, October 20th and 22nd at Miami. So if you haven't got your haven't got your tickets yet, just go do that there.
Speaking of birthdays, wasn't it your birthday recently?
It was on Saturday. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Tell me something bad. It's getting over.
Should we sing happy birthday to him?
Yes, you should.
Yeah, let's go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you.
Don't look at me.
All right, guys, totally not in choir. So Cabo 26, this is the event. Like I know Brent pushes EXPCon, it's good to go, I'm not saying don't go, but if you have to choose, if money is tight, and if you wanna have more fun and learn more, go to probably 26, scan the QR code. There are still discounts, the price is gonna go up as we get closer to the event. Keep in mind, the discounts that you can get right now also translate into the other levels. So if you're going platinum, if you wanna be up front, have reserved seating, then you still get a discount at that. If you're gonna go gold and you're bringing a bunch of people, you can sit back there with your recruits, with your team, do that, but there are still discounts, so scan the QR code, Cabo 26.
Johnny, they're doing
Sure.
platinum and gold at this
They are. Right
because
now.
of the whole front row thing over here.
Yeah. Where's Barry? Barry's not here. Barry. Bouncer Barry, you know, we're trying to make his job a little easier. And then Alex, is Alex here? You want to speak on his behalf? Steve?
going to.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna level up your follow-up on our bull trail. So tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., we are doing our weekly CRM training. Everyone is welcome. Please join us. We obviously have school platform we post everything on train, but we want to teach you to be very effective using the bull trail CRM. So we believe we can help you increase your business at least 82% through some of the steps we're going to teach you. And it's basically powering up your follow-up. So how do you take your current database? You get the very best connections where they don't opt out, but you're doing the right frequency of communication. So join us tomorrow at Zoom with alexdyer.com.
This is
Zoom with alexdyer.com at 10 a.m.
this QR code is for the school, his YouTube channel, and then this one right here is for the event tomorrow.
And I'm Vanna every week, so
Vanna.
it does great. Come join us.
All right. I think Jessica, I know you were asking.
That's for Facebook.
This is for Facebook. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I have to make a Facebook.
Everybody have the QR code. Oh,
That's the change for the recordings.
the Bull Trail was KV Corp. You guys are used to that. They merged, rebranded with. Why can I never remember the? What was it? What was the company they branded?
KV Corp.
KV Corp merged with
Boomtown.
Boomtown for $500. Everybody good? So the Lender Minute is brought to you by me, JJ, and his entire. Do we have a video actually? JJ sent in a video?
No.
Okay. So Lender Minute brought to you by me. Federal fund rate is down, interest rates are up, get the fires out. All right, moving on. But have you guys noticed? So actually, here's a little thing you guys can use. My team uses it. It's called Mortgage News Daily. It's a free app. You guys download this app, Mortgage News Daily.
Yep.
And so if you're at an open house, if you're with sellers and they're asking you, hey, what is, got too many things in my hands. I'm just gonna click this on because I'm a one-man show today. If they're asking, hey, what are the interest rates today? Well, let me show you. They say, hey, didn't interest rates drop? Let me show you. And then you just pull it out and it breaks it down. Okay. And then shows FHA, jumbo, ARMs, VAs.
Mortgage News Daily.
Mortgage News Daily. And you can take a screenshot, text it to them, you can show them. Well, I thought the Fed's dropped rate. Yes, they did. But then they because this was down to, so 6.39% now. It was down to about 6.15 before the Feds dropped the rates. So just is this a helpful tool? This guy's solve that question. You're not telling them, you're showing them. Okay. Because if you don't have your NMLS license, that can, some people get weird about it. Upcoming events, we have a 1031 exchange experts, and we're going to have MLS tips and tricks. This was probably one of the most valuable, like local trainings we did, and there were not a lot of people in here. You guys realize that our MLS is one of the first, if not the first MLS in the country to adopt AI. Like AI is in the MLS.
Yeah, look for photos.
And you can talk to it and tell it, and it'll do stuff for you. So you're not going to want to miss this one. If you guys hate the MLS, you will hate it less after going to this training. Okay.
And then I would say bring your laptops.
Oh yeah,
Like
bring your
interactive.
laptops. First rule of Fight Club is, you know what, don't tell anybody. First rule of being a realtor is bring your laptop. Always have your laptop. November 20th, PCAR, and then November 25th, we're gonna bring it off for Thanksgiving. Okay. some upcoming events. Pretty much. Is there? Now it's me. Okay, all right, guys, any questions on the upcoming events? Questions, comments for the good of the group? All right, so I wanted to just share with you briefly. I get a lot of questions about, hey, how can I increase conversions? How can I do better with the information I have? The systems that I use, I'm not saying you have to use the systems. This is just what I use. And I wanted to share that with you, kind of peel back the curtain a little bit. If you're using something similar, or if it's something that works with your system, like if you're using bold trails, lofty close, I'm just gonna just think of how you can use the information I'm gonna share with you today, and pivot it into your business. Do we have my slideshow with Jose? So there's three things besides my lovely wife I really love in life. I really love backpacks, like bags, an addiction. Valerie gives me a hard time. I really enjoy cigars, right? So if you guys want to get me something, get me a cigar. Birthday, and then there's and then the third thing is tech. I really enjoy the new tools and techs that are coming out in real estate on a regular basis. And I'm going to share with you some of those today. Do you have it, Jose? I shared it on the group chat thread.
What was your best birthday gift?
Actually, Barry Mathis got it. I didn't even know I wanted one of these things. It was a little red travel humidor. Yeah, so you throw some cigars in there, but it had like a little hygrometer on it, so it fills the humidity. Yeah. And really premium, this heavy, like looks like you could like fill the house with it as a hammer.
Where did you say it?
Do you have it on the chat?
Mhm.
That one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Tools that win clients and closings. So something I want to just share with you guys. If you guys you had Harry
Sobe.
Soab?
Gary Sobe.
Sobe. I'm so embarrassed. She was like a madman, I could not get it right. Anyways, AI Carrie was talking about how you can rank on AI. Did anybody go back and look at that on how they can rank in AI?
I bought her program yesterday.
You paid 10 grand.
Uh-huh.
All right, baller over here.
Oh.
All right, so what she was talking about was she was talking about have a Bing account, have obviously Google My Business account, and have an Apple Connect account. And so we went through, we did all that. If you guys haven't done it, go ahead and do it. It's free, it's super easy and obvious to do. But I kind of already done that prior because I knew that, except for the Apple Connect aspect. What I didn't know was like how, if you guys Google best realtor in Roseville, certain names consistently pop up. Like, what the heck? Why are these people popping up? Why am I not on the radar? Why are other people in this room? Why is Brent Gove not on the radar? Right. And so what I noticed is that recently chat started giving the sources, kind of like what Perplexity's been doing for a while, start giving the sources on why they're ranking. Okay. And the number one thing, and then I drove up to Reading on Monday. I'm doing this thing called Paint for Coaching, traveling around the country, shadowing top teams and team leaders. So I drove up to Reading, and he said the way they rank on AI is Fast Expert. So if you look up the people in Roseville, Folsom, Sacramento who are ranking on AI, it's their Fast Expert account. This is super top secret. Like guys, this will help your business significantly, but it's Fast Expert and it's free. And I would highly recommend you look into it.
Is that an app or?
Fast Expert.
It's a referral company.
It's a referral company. And so, for example, Jay Friedman is the guy who typically pops up here. I'm looking at his profile, and it's pretty easy to beat. But he is the only one really doing it at that level.
Remember you used to ask how I've showed up on realtor.com all the time?
Was it Fast Expert? All right, well, cat's out of the bag. I don't know what Fast Expert's doing with the chat, but it's Fast Expert. So, all right, so that was going to be the give you the end, the bonus at the end. You got the ice cream and cake up front. So you guys can all go home, but if you want to stay for the rest, here's what I got for you. So real quick, for those of you who don't know me, transitioned out of a previous industry. I used to be a welder. Those of you who don't know, I used to weld in the oil fields. Transitioned out of that into real estate after reading that little purple book that nobody in this room has probably heard of. You guys familiar with the Purple Book?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you got it. Was house sitting for Valerie's parents, neighbors, that's how long ago this was. And they had it on the shelf. I was bored, I had to stay at the house, so I'm reading this book, I'm like, whoa, this changed my life. Transitioned out of the industry I was in the real estate. And during that period of time, Valerie and I also traveled all 50 states. We did that one because we wanted to see the United States before we started branching out. And then two, we traveled so we could figure out where we wanted to live. If we could live anywhere in the US, where would that place be? And believe it or not, we settled on Roseville in
Yeah.
January 2018. Central California. So I went south on I-5 and it smells really horrible.
Bakersfield.
Valerie's from Bakersfield. Just
John's
from Kalinga, so Harris Ranch, where all those cows are, yeah. Don't, Brent's the only one that's gonna clap for Kalinga, but
I love the smell cows.
smell money, smell money, alright. But what's crazy about Valerie and my story is we changed markets 3 times our first 4 years in real estate. We're both 100% commission based. If you wanna stress test a marriage, that is a good way to do it. Because if we weren't selling anything, we were not making money. Since then, since moving up here, we've been featured in Real Producers, Style Mag, Roseville Press Tribune. I have a little radio show. Our team on average sells a house every 3 days. So here's some tools that we use to do all that. Follow Boss, we use Follow Boss, integrates with almost everything. The big thing that Valerie can vouch for this, you can group text and group a call through Follow Boss and it records the texts or records the calls. So if you have a team, if you're working with the TC, you get them an account. And then everything's in one place in a timeline, should, or shall I say, what's the old adage? If you ride, it's not if you crash on a motorcycle, it's when you crash on a motorcycle. Unfortunately, it's not if you get sued, it's when you get sued. Then you have everything cleanly organized for the internet. Okay. We use Fellow. Is anybody in the room using Fellow? No?
Seller follow?
Fellow. So yeah, they have strong seller follow-up, but it's like HomeBot, but it's HomeBot, but much better. And they're always coming out with new information. So for example, some of the most heart-wrenching emails I get on a daily basis come from Fellow because it tells me 2 things. It tells me 1, who in my database has listed their house, and if it's not with me, I know they listed with somebody else. So if you want a little shot of motivation in the morning, you look at that email. But it also shows who's expired in my database. So those people that may be listed with somebody else, now they are no longer on the market, they expired.
It's good.
And again, it's just, and it does a whole host of things, highly recommend it. Also provides seller likely score. So if they're in the database and if that score gets above 60, 65, they're doing things, they're searching things on the internet that maybe looking up home values on Zillow, looking up home values on Fellow, looking at moving costs. It's like it's tracking them, tracking their activity. And it provides you that seller likely score.
Is Fellow, is it like a?
FELLO, it's like a it's like HomeBot. Are you familiar with HomeBot?
HomeBot?
It's
It provides the evaluations for
it might be a picture of it.
so like if there's someone in your database and you have their address, you plug them into Fellow and then it sends them updates on like, oh, your home value is whatever, like, and then it sends like once a month or whatever.
Yeah, since it's based on their frequency of them interacting with it, and it'll let you know when they click, let you know when they open. You can also manually adjust the value. So let's say they're wanting to sell their house, you know they want to sell their house, you've had a conversation, and they're just not answering the phone, they're just not responding to you. You can, one trick you can do is you just adjust the value by $1, and then you can select it to send an email to them and notify them. And then it'll ping them, oh, your home value's been updated. And you can call them and go, hey, did you see that your home value's been updated? So it's just a reason for you to stay top of mind with your clients, and it's working in the background.
How many do you have loaded in?
A lot.
Yeah. And is it, you know, how do they, like the different versions, how many you can have, like up to 500, up to 1,000, depending on how much you pay?
Yeah. So
I mean, I'll do my own research.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
I mean, it is a tiered system based off how many contacts you have. So you could have 100,000 people in there. It's not a problem. It's just your monthly bill for that is going to be higher. But how many people have like less than 500 people, probably sellers? like good email, good address, less than 500 in your database, raise your hand. If you have less than 500. Okay, there's a few people in here. This would be a great resource for you. Okay.
Have fun.
One. All right. Let's double it. I think you definitely go 1 to 2 pretty easy. High Note. Have you guys heard of High Note before? Okay, so here's some do's and don'ts with High Note. It's a digital brochure. It's relatively affordable. I think it's like I don't know. I'm not even looking at you. $240 a year. What it does is you can actually present, like, so for example, before we go on a listing presentation, a lot of people like to drop off listing packets.
Yeah.
Totally do that. I'm not saying don't do that, but you can also text or email them your High Note. And so if they're not getting the packet, or if they don't live locally, and you can't get it to them in time, you can send them the High Note, and then it can outline everything that would be in your listing packet, everything that would be in your buyer presentation. So you're trying to build that rapport, show that value before you even meet them. It's also a differentiator if nobody else is doing that when they're here. So we do the High Note. It can be password protected, so it can be, or they have to put in their email, so that way they're not like, you know, a local realtor is trying to learn what you're doing and then rip off and duplicate in their business. If you're worried about that, then password protected. We don't. And then I put this last one in here because I noticed some agents doing this. And Miss Valerie over here, if you want to piss off a listing agent, send it through High Note. Send your offer through High Note, and make them like log in to see your offer. Like when you're submitting an offer, you need to make it as easy, as simple, as painless for that listing agent as possible. Because if you put barriers to entry, they're going to forget about it. They're going to get to it later.
Yeah.
That's a good indication of what it might be to work with you. You're trying to be organized. You're trying to maybe be professional by doing it that way, but you're really just being annoying. Okay. So I worked with her for a long time, and I always I'm like, oh, another High Note, and she's like, stop, yeah.
It presents well if you're doing it like on the listing side to a client.
To a client.
Clients love it. Okay, so
But when a listing agent has like 10 listings and they have 5 offers on properties and they're trying to figure out what's going where, you want to just make sure you're not relying on technology to get your offer in. Like when we send it out to our clients, we're not relying on the technology to build that rapport. Like we've had a conversation, we've texted them, letting them know this is going to come, and then we're also doing this. Agent Fire website. I know Bold Trail has a website. I'm not saying you have to use it, but this is what we use. It's super affordable, $125 a month. Looks good, integrates with Follow-Up Boss. So if anybody's on our website, we can see that they're doing that on Follow-Up Boss. We can see what they're looking at, what their property history is. Viral marketing. I'm trying to get Frank to do the owner of this company, to do a presentation for us. But basically what he does is he provides 2 video emails and 1 text email per month. Okay, so it's a total of 3 that go out, and it's a good way to stay top of mind with your database. Takes me maybe 15 minutes a month.
Through Bum Bum.
Through Viral. So Viral's the company, and he'll send it out. He uses Emma, my Emma. If you're looking for the software that he uses, like MailChimp.
clarify, it's a video of you, like they make a video of you and then send it out to your clients, so.
Correct.
Just to clarify.
So yeah, so it's they're not, I mean, they can record the videos using like an actor type of a thing, but I would recommend you do it. And again, this is something you can totally implement on your own. You don't have to do it. However, people who succeed with Viral are the ones who, like, when you send out, so that's, who here is sending out newsletters on a regular basis, right? Can you guys see the clicks and the opens when you send those newsletters? Jason, can you see them?
Yeah.
Clicks and opens, yeah? Do you call the clicks and opens? Occasionally? So
Sure.
that's the best way to get juice out of this, or with whatever you're sending, is call the clicks and opens. Hey, I saw you subscribe. Hey, are you getting the email? Looks like you recently requested information on, right? But only those newsletters, they're okay, but you're only gonna, because we send a lot of emails, like last year we sent over 1 million emails. You're only gonna get the juice out of that if you follow up with the people. So you'll notice a lot of this is tech, but it's also followed up with like old school, picking up the phone, calling them.
So you said you say MailChimp?
He uses my Emma, which is like a MailChimp or a Constant Contact.
My Emma.
Mhm.
And so, because I know that you just had issues recently with Google, I am too. I sent an email yesterday, went into spam. So through Follow-Up Boss, let's say a lead comes through, I said a call, doesn't pick up, I sent a text, and I sent an email, probably not smart, right? Because if
No.
they spam that email,
Yeah,
Follow-Up Boss, that's my.
yeah. So This is a whole rabbit trail.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing too, guys. If you are sending out like emails, just because you're sending them doesn't mean they're being received. And the best way to do that is you can go to Google. I think it's called Google Postmaster. It's free, and you just go on there and throw your domain. So like our
I just did that and my email started, they were being rejected completely from email.
Yeah.
Now they're.
yeah, so you can verify. There's DKMSP. K or
That chat GPT, I'm like.
fix it.
There
There you go. Use chat.
Yeah. Copied and pasted everything. I was like, what do I need to do?
Have
Like-
chat fix it. Yeah. So you can verify it, but then also you can check your domain reputation. And so if my domain reputation, because we had just sent an email blast out, there's like there's very bad. That's where we were. And then there's bad. And then there's medium. If you stay medium or higher, I've been told your emails are more likely to be delivered. And then there's high. And so what we did, if you go on Google Postmaster, verify your domain, look at your domain's reputation, and it's not high. Well, how do I fix this? What we did was you have to start sending emails to only people that clicked or opened your emails in the past. So if you have a database of 30,000 people, but only 500 are clicking and opening on your emails, you got to start sending it to the 500. And then you can slowly add 50%, 100% until you get that number up. And then you're able to build your send list to where it's larger and the emails are being delivered. So just focus on those clicks and opens. And then if you're doing that, you also have to filter out they call it gray mail, the people who are technically receiving the emails, but they're not opening them. Okay, if I send Eli a newsletter, he signed up 6 years ago, but he hasn't opened it in 5 years, that's hurting my domain's reputation. Because I'm sending it, he's not rejecting it, but he's not opening it. Okay, so you just got to, there's a lot to do when you really start, leaning into the online marketing, and Frank will help you with it. Viral marketing will help you with it.
And if you notice your auto drips, if you have auto drip on anything and it's sending like an email here and there and they're not opening any of your auto drips, it's probably bad.
Yeah, and what's really bad is where we noticed it, because we didn't realize how bad it was until we started submitting offers. We started emailing clients, people who are in our database, people who wanted to hear from us, and they weren't getting our emails. That's how we realized we really had a problem here. Okay, so this is an example of the mail score. So you can see I used to send it out, I don't know, 30 or 40,000 people at a time. I had to dial it back to only 2,600 people. And it shows you the mailing score. This is an Emma thing. So I don't know what constant contact looks like, but MailChimp has something similar. And you can see, nearly a 70% open rate, the delivery rate, bounce rate, and opt-outs. Okay, so the 10 mailing score is really good. A 70% open rate, can we agree that's pretty decent?
Yeah.
So that's viral marketing. Professional email. I don't know how many people we interact with who are best realtor in Sacramento at gmail.com. Like, come on, man. Like, get a real email. Like, not at gmail.com. You guys are going to treat this as a business. You're going to have to pay $15 a month and get a Google Workspace. It integrates with FUB as well. Everything you need for a business, Google Drive. It's more professional than gmail.com. And what's really cool is if you start having like people working on your team, and then you build the team, if you have people out of the state or out of the country, you can Google chat. So we have people in Mexico, we have people in the Philippines, we have people locally, and we all are on Google Chat, so we can all communicate that way. Okay. Google My Business Account, we talked on that. If you don't have one of these, you might as well be riding a horse to showings and sending your messages via carrier pigeon. Okay. So this is ours. It is a bit of a pain to set up because they want to verify that, especially if you're in this. Raise your hand if you operate out of this office. This is your office.
It's impossible.
Right? There's a lot of us, so it's really hard to do, but it is possible. The hardest thing is when they make you video up. You sometimes lose service in the elevator or in the stairwell to verify that you're here. But highly recommend you focus on that. And then street text. The street text. So we use street text for retargeting. So retargeting, like have you guys ever been like looking at cars online, and then all of a sudden you start seeing ads for those same cars? Okay, that's retargeting. So the company is taking your cookies and is following you around on the internet. So what you can do is you can retarget your database. If you have your database, you're sending emails, you know, you're sending them the home market updates on Fellow. You can also retarget them on social media. So then that way it would be, what's your company's name, Joey?
Satarian Associates.
Satarian Associates can be following them around on Facebook. And it's not necessarily aggressive, but it's just a constant presence. So if they're scrolling through their feed, like I get texts all the time. Oh man, I saw you on YouTube. Oh man, I saw you on Instagram. Oh, I'm constantly seeing your ads because somehow they got on the list and they're being retargeted. The best thing I like about street text, there's two things I really enjoy about them. One, it creates a report that shows you how many people have seen your ad in the last 7 days. So when I'm doing my weekly success calls, when I'm calling the sellers that I'm working with, I show them in that email that I send them before I call, I give them a screenshot. It goes, 11,000 people saw your ad, or 20,000 people saw your ad. So I let them know, hey, just so you know, we're doing what we said we would do. We're not doing the 3 Ps, where we put a sign in the yard, we put the home on the MLS, and then we pray that the home sells. Okay, not just doing those 3. We're doing the 4th, where we're proactively marketing their home on paid, like with paid advertising.
What are your ads are they videos or just like?
They're just photos, yeah, carousels. And so what I do is also on listing appointments is I just won a listing appointment in Grass Valley. We've sold a lot of houses in Grass Valley, but it's not like our core marketplace. I just went against an agent named well, I don't know, I won't say the name, but he's a well-known dude up there. And the key differentiator between me and him was when I was in the living room, they said, well, it sounds like don't all agents run paid ads? I was like, no, actually most don't. Who else are you interviewing? They told me first name. I said, let's look them up. So you can go to Google or Meta Ads Library, type in your competitor's name, type in your own Facebook page, and it'll pull all the ads they're running. You can do Google, you can do Nike, you can do anybody, as long as they have a Facebook page. And it'll tell you what ads exactly they're running. And I've only been able to find one realtor in all my conversations that is actually running ads. And saving grace with that is he wasn't running as many ads as I was. So I was like, okay, see, he's only doing a little bit. I'm doing way more. So that's how I saved the situation there. But that's that's street text that helps me with that. And so they send it through your own. It's not through street text platform. It's through your own Facebook
Where
platform.
can you see if it's?
Meta Ads Library.
Meta Ads Library. Yeah. I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys. Is this helpful? Is this good information?
Yeah.
That was gold right there.
Okay. So, yeah. And then Shawami, we've talked about this in the past. This is controversial. I know there's lots of questions about BRBCs and how this works. All I can tell you is I love it. I love it. If you have an open house and you cannot find somebody to fill it, and the reason why you can't find somebody to fill it is because it's been on the market for 193 days. It's overpriced, and you want somebody to sit that open house on a Saturday from 10 to 2, and you don't want to do it because you want to do something else. You're not going to find somebody, but you can pay somebody to sit the open house. So you have 2 options at that point, right? Either you sit the open house for free, or you hire somebody to do it, and then they're going to get paid to do it. If you are slower and you're looking, hey, how can I learn more about the industry? How can I be involved in real estate? And
You can go on.
you can go on, Shawami, and you can be the one getting paid to hold houses open. You can be the one getting paid to show property. You can be the one getting paid to show up at home inspections. Okay. So if you DoorDash on the side, or you're an Uber driver at night, okay, maybe consider doing some Shawami as well. Yeah, Steve.
So question on Sean, but if you're getting paid to sit the open house, then if you get a lead, that goes to the listing agent and not you, correct?
No, I mean, it would go to the person sitting in the open house, same as any, like if you've sat our house before, right? I've never been like, give me your leads.
That's a good question though. For the showings, you don't get that client. You're just
Yeah, when I send somebody out on a showing, what they're doing is they are they're just popping locks. They're not supposed to say anything. We actually give them a buyer tour report. So we give our buyers that, we give the buyer, the Shawami agent that as well. So then that way we're still providing value to our clients, even though we're not showing up at 3 o'clock in Pollock Pines on a Sunday afternoon, you know? But they're popping locks. So you want to also educate the Shawami agent. Your job is not to talk, your job is not to sell, your job is just to give them access to the property.
It's good about that too, like they have all these things you have to sign to like, waive. You're not allowed to steal the clients and all this kind of stuff, and I've never had trouble with any of the Shawami agents, my clients, they've always been great.
And after you use this tool for a while, you will find specific agents consistently pop up,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's an Uber driver who, when he's available, I would call, and I would prefer to be Ubered by this guy going to the airport, right? Rather than going through Uber. He makes more money, it saves me money. Same thing ends up happening with Xiaomi. You'll see the same people popping up, and your clients love them. You enjoy working with them. You can just reach out to them directly, save yourself a couple of bucks, and then the Xiaomi agent makes more money as well. Okay. Oh, and here's everything they do. Okay, random tips. We know Aaron Rawls is big on open houses. He spoke about doing 2 open houses a day. Thought that tip was brilliant. 11 to 1, 3 to 5. 11 to 1, 3 to 5, ideally within the same neighborhood.
That's a good idea.
Just relocate a couple of signs, and now the people who showed up at the 11 o'clock open house are there at your 3 o'clock open house. You think, oh my gosh, Joey's everywhere. Right? Off market lists. We have partnered with other agents in the area. At any given moment, there's 70 to 100 properties on our off-market list. It's a Zillow or it's a Google spreadsheet. You need access to that, just reach out to me after the meeting. I don't know if they have to connect you with the guy who runs it. But this is a huge differentiator, again, at open houses when working with your buyers. Brent always says, if you're shopping the MLS, you're only looking at what's on Zillow and Realtor.com. You're shopping, leftovers. You got it. And so if you don't want to shop leftovers, we got, I think, the largest off-market list in the area.
I use that list, I'm at open houses just to show,
Mhm.
and people love it, they're like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
They give me the.
exactly.
And then I'll
Give me
send
your
it.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then motivated seller list. This is also Brent Gove takeaway from many years ago. It's a complicated algorithm. So if they ask how are they on this motivated seller list, hey, it's a complicated algorithm. My broker came up with it a long time ago. All I know is that these people are motivated and ready to go. And if you want to pull your own motivated seller list for any market, it's 2 very simple things.
Days on market.
Price, recent price adjustment in the last 2 weeks.
Good
We
idea.
did that on MLS. So price adjustment, and you know what the second one is?
Days on market.
No, because sometimes those people are going to hold out for 20 years until they get their piece.
Vacant.
Vacant, you got it. Vacant. So recent price adjustment and vacant. If they're not living in there, they're paying for it. And if they're not paying for it, if it's paid for, then it's a target for vandals. And then I just wanted to do a little bit of group think. I've been talking a lot about what I'm doing, but I always learn stuff when other people share what they're using as well. Out of the tools that we're using, are there anything that stood out to you where, hey, I do something similar, or have you tried X, Johnny, or it's something you want to share with the group? David?
Yeah, so Follow Up Boss is not an IDX Connect like Laffy.
It is
I
not
don't know what you use, but I use Real Scout.
Real Scout?
It's a direct IDX Connect. I can go, it's just like Bold Trails. You can go in and you can see how many times the client views the property.
What is it called?
Real Scout. It's actually really affordable, and they just upgraded it enormously. So now there's like seller alerts that update monthly. It looks really professional, and I use it to send all my clients leads because it's my own website, kind of like an app. I'm branded for every single listing. So I'll just text the client like from the Real Scout my account. And then I go in and I see people 3 times they've looked at a property. I know that I sent it to them. I know that they've seen it 3 times. I take that link and go through Follow Up Boss and text them. You just want to create conversation. So I'm like, hey Joey, want to see if you're seeing my emails. Did you see the property over 123 Main Street? Here's the link. You should check it out. It's got the vaulted ceilings and a detached garage, like you said. And then you just want them to reply back, yeah, I did see it. And then you get a showing out of it.
So yeah, we call that specific. So for A's on our team, an A is somebody who has an appointment coming up. So they're going to do something in the next 30 days or less. B is somebody like 30 to 60 days, right? So the B's, every 2 weeks, you follow up with the specific. And that is based, so there are B's that do in the next 60 days. It should be on search alerts. And it's like, hey, did you see that house with the yellow door?
Yeah.
Specific house, specific feature of the home.
Because then it's not auto drip. They feel like they're talking to you.
Yeah.
Yep, and then they know you're working. You guys have VAs and you guys are working with a lot of buyers, so you can even have your VAs set that up where they're manually sending the house every single day or, 3 times a week to your buyers. Because what's the number one complaint buyers have about real estate agents?
You're not doing anything.
You're not doing anything. I found the house. What am I even paying you for? Blah, blah, blah. Well, if you're constantly sending them text alerts or email alerts saying, hey, did you see this house? You are providing value. And it gives you something to follow up about. We use for IDX, we use Rooster. Home, Real Scout.
Which is your app now?
Yeah, so Rooster is like a white labeled app, and so it's branded to us, so you could have like Gove Real Estate. Gove could have its own app that would be searchable on the app store in Android.
Well, that's good.
I've got one more.
Yeah, what do you got?
It's called Rooster, you said?
Rooster, RUUST.
Yeah.
So do you guys go to your app store and type in make it big? It looks like this. And so I have a client, his name's Wallace. I sent this to him yesterday. He's a doctor locally. So if I shake the phone, it does this. And so in Bold Trails, there's BombBomb you can connect.
Yeah.
A video text or email. And when you send it to them, there's like a 4-second GIF where you're like moving, where the video starts. And so I do this at the very beginning. And it's directly in their name. So now they see that they're not getting just like
Cute.
a mass mail or video. It's hey Wallace. And then I put it down. Hey, putting a voice with the face with the name, blah blah blah. So it's another specific.
That's fun. That's a cool one.
What a fun realtor you are. Fun guy.
Sounds like. It matches your bracelet. See if
That I really like that you find it in Breakthrough Broker, the multiple open house comparison chart, so it has a section for 4 different homes. Because obviously those that are coming through your open house, they are likely going to a few others.
Absolutely.
And so instead of just handing them your business card or information about this property, you can hand them this and say, hey, take this with you. I'm sure you're going to a few other open houses. At the end of your weekend, give me a call. If you want to see any of those homes again, I'd love to be the realtor. So I really like that because it says away with something tangible that's not just gonna end up in their set on console, it's gonna end on their.
Well, that's fun. That's awesome. Breakthrough Broker.
It's a printout like a flyer.
I like that because then you're also giving them value.
I missed it kind of, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's in Breakthrough Broker and it's the mobile open house.
Really, man.
But you could take the idea, probably recreate it in Canva too.
You're giving them a list of all the open houses?
No, it's just, it's a blank sheet for them to fill out the open houses as they go. So like, and it's like, it says how many beds, they fill it in, they mark if they like.
Like
bed.
notes when they're walking
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
I like that. And I want to give Heather a quick shout out too. She suggested in a similar format a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, about how you can find buyers in a given, everybody say hi, Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Hi. You can find buyers in a specific neighborhood, right? So if you're showing up for a listing appointment, you can go, hey, looks like I have about 30 buyers I can reach out to right now in your specific neighborhood. And so what we've started doing is implementing that in all of our listing process. So thank you, Heather, for that. All right, any other questions or comments for the good of the group?
So what you just said right now, Johnny, how does that work? The 30.
Heather, you
buyers?
mind sharing about how we found the buyers?
Yeah.
One thing I've been working with clients on prior to going to the listing appointment is knowing how many buyers are in that neighborhood and knowing how many potential next sellers are in that neighborhood. So with the next sellers, you can provide that sense of urgency. Let's get your home on the market before these ones joins. And with the buyers, you can say to them, there are 32 potential buyers in this neighborhood that we already know love the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work to get all of them invited to their open house to get more eyes on.
And that's through Breakthrough Broker?
No, that's through our farming tool, which.
Okay.
Chicago.
They do this.
Yeah.
All right, guys, any lead sources, market predictions, price reduction scripts, biggest regrets in life? Price adjustments, yes, sorry.
Share.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I promise I would share it. That's TBC to my client. But so we haven't signed the listing agreement yet, but it's in East Roseville. It's right off of Alexandria. So I know it's like there's not a lot of properties for sale there. So it's really beautiful. It's about 6 bedrooms. about 5 true bedrooms, 4 baths, 4,000 square. It's really, it's kind of right behind the green belt or like, what is it? It's like just a green area. There's no,
Green belt.
it's a green belt, right? Yeah. So there's no properties that would be built behind it, so if anyone's interested, 1.45 or 1.45.
Nice.
I gotta decide the price, but.
Love
We
it.
got
How
a
did you?
fender bender going to that listing. So
Oh.
let's sell it for.
Oh, man.
Please spell this right. So I
Well,
can
how did you
picture
get, how did you earn the listing? Like, where'd
that.
the,
Out of hookah bar. So
all right, lead generation at the hookah bar.
I was actually talking to the owner, so we go there, we've been there, we've been going for like 6 months. I started talking to the owner and he's like, oh, you're a realtor? He's like, I wanna buy some, maybe, and then I started telling him about the assumable mortgage list that we had. And, that, you know, I can give you a list of properties that have assumable mortgages in Roseville. Yeah, and then, so then he, like half an hour later, he's like, oh, my friend wants to talk to you, so you can't get that with us. It's like, I really need to sell my house. I'm having family drama.
Oh, man. All right,
Yeah.
at the hookah bar.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to take up hookah now.
Aaron also, he says he gets clients from his cigar lounge. I'm like, I feel like Aaron.
Yeah, exactly. So can you share a little bit more about the assumable list? Like, how do you?
Oh, that would be Gary. You could share that, but I think he has like a software where he runs it. With it's everything on the MLS, and it, you know, assumable mortgages have either FHA or VA, so it'll be any of those type of loans that are on the market.
And his list breaks down what the mortgage payment is. If there's gonna be a gap, what the blended rate is.
Yeah,
Hey, here's the secret, guys. Don't give the list to the client.
don't give the list.
Correct.
Don't give this list out. We work really hard to get it, but you're welcome to communicate with us. And give you some feedback on it, but it's,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't give the list out.
Yeah, it's Gary's partner. Yeah.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has that list, and, like all of this, I think VA works on it, but it's pretty cool.
And we just met with him last week,
Yeah.
Victoria and Jay, are you there? Yep. And then she brings that knowledge the next week and lands a 1.4.
Boom.
New relationship.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
You'll get it.
You'll get it. All right. All right, guys. Was this helpful?
Absolutely.
Yes.
This good stuff?
Yes.
All right. Well, then if you guys would please drop me a 5-star review on really appreciate it. I love it. Let's make sure you mention my name in that. All right, guys. And then Jack wanted to say hi. Say hi. All right, guys. Brent, did you have anything you want to share?
I'm good. I just popped in.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, have a fantastic day. Make calls, meet new people, and we will see you next week.